Build me a website for a hands-off dog leash company. Make it super high converting, really simple for a Gen Z to millennial woman aged 24 to 35 who loves her dog, and base it off of the best converting websites for that avatar that exist. So after a couple minutes and some magic, boom, we have a landing page. This would have taken a developer a couple weeks and $3K, maybe just last year. And we just did it in 4 minutes. But let's be honest, this thing is not good at all.
The clip you just saw now is from one of Cody Sanchez's recent videos. In that video, she used Claude to start a digital business from scratch, where she started, designed, did all the necessary research to start a business from scratch. When I was watching that video, I couldn't help but notice that she used one storytelling technique. If you've watched any of my videos on my channel, you'll see that I've spoken about the psychology of scripts, which are basically storytelling techniques embedded in scripts. And you will notice I also made a video about the psychology of killer hooks. You can check those out after this video, or you can now if you're curious. So I couldn't help but notice that there is this storytelling technique that is in that video that I did not include in my video, the psychology of killer scripts. The name of the storytelling technique is visual inversion. If you've watched my video, the 7 psychologies of killer scripts, you will notice there's one of the psychologies that is called the reversal. Visual inversion is very similar to the reversal. The main difference is, unlike the reversal that includes only one type of storytelling, visual inversion includes 3 different types of storytelling. The first being visual storytelling, like you can tell from the name, includes visuals. The second is written storytelling, from the script you write, and the third is narrative storytelling. This narrative storytelling varies by person depending on who is narrating whatever it is in the video. Sorry that I am shirtless for this video. I just literally finished laundry, so and this thing popped in my mind and I felt I had to drop this before I forget it. So what is this visual inversion as a storytelling technique? If you took notice of the details in the clip I started this video with, the clip from Cody Sanchez's video, you notice that along the line she basically gave AI the task of creating a landing page for a business. Then at the end of it, she's like, okay, this looks good, but then she goes ahead to start pointing out all the mistakes, all the problems, everything wrong about the landing page and why it wouldn't work. That's the meaning of the inversion in it. Inversion basically suddenly reversing the take you had on a particular topic. Like you heard from the other video, the reversal as the psychology of scripts, of script storytelling. So basically you tell people, okay, yes, I'm green, and suddenly for a reason you tell them, nah, I'm not green anymore, I'm red. So that's what she did. She goes ahead to point out why the assignments that she gave Claude, that Claude executed, she goes ahead to first claim, okay, this is good, but she puts a but in there and starts breaking it down, like I said, and making fixes. Do you know why this is a storytelling technique worth noticing? As people, as humans, we generally tend to remember mistakes and we tend to remember things we get on the first try. For those people that are very good in mathematics and several other things, you notice that the thing that sticks in your head mostly is the thing you fail and try again and try again and try again. That's basically how it is in life generally. When you do something and you get it on the first try, it doesn't stick. You're like, okay, that's that, I've gone through it. But then you try something the first time, it fails. You try something the second time, it fails. You try something the third time, it fails. And you have to keep correcting and correcting. That is the selling point of this visual inversion. So she tells AI to do something, AI executes it perfectly, as perfectly as the AI can. And she goes ahead to go, okay, this is good, but then she starts fixing it. The viewer watches this. At first, when the viewer sees that AI has completed it and she says perfect, the person is like, okay, that's that. But if that person should sit down and try to reverse engineer what she did, the person will have a harder time doing it because they cannot recollect. They would have to keep referring to the video and referring to the video a bunch of times. And it might cause friction between, okay, I'm currently talking to Claude and I'm currently designing something on another interface. Then I still have to go and be scrolling through this video. I still have to be scrolling to this point. This is where she said this. Then maybe for some reason or another, I cancel the YouTube tab. Then I still get to a point where I still have to go and refer to the video again and I have to wait for you to load. It might cause the viewer to become demotivated. If the viewer becomes demotivated and do not follow through on the points she's establishing in her video, the viewer might not come back to her channel again because the thing they should have learned, they could not put it to use. It was not useful to them. It was basically they wasted their time. Maybe it was 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 15 minutes. Eventually, iterating the things they learned in that 10 minutes from the video, it might take them an hour or two, depending on how good they are. But what should have taken them 1 hour or 2 hours for them to apply, the fact that they had to be referring to the video continuously would cause it to extend beyond that. And nobody has that much time to give. So they become disappointed and they may never return to our channel again because what they were looking forward to, what they wanted, it was a disappointment. It never gave them the feeling they were chasing after. But imagine after she tells them, but they're like, okay, isn't this what she just did? Let's see what happens. Then she now starts pointing out that crucial parts of the AI's execution execution, like maybe the heading of the landing page is not working well, the copy, the images. She start pointing out and treating each point in detail. She's fixing this mistake. It will cause it to stick more than just telling them, okay, AI do this, AI does that, like perfect. They'll be like, why was I even here? But then she tells them, no, take a closer look at this particular thing AI did. And she start treating each topic as an entity on its own. She start giving this kind of motherly care to each item, to each element of the landing page, of the whole task. It causes it to stick better. Now, if the person wants to execute, if they are executing along and they are quick to remember, oh, am I getting this right? She said this, she said that. I think she fixed something along there. It points them exactly to which part of what they need to consult with, not just having to, go and start from the beginning again, trying to find yourself in the timeline of the video again. So the fact that she purposefully created a mistake and sat down to correct the mistake causes our content to stick better in the viewer's mind, and it causes the viewer to find it more useful. This way, they are able to iterate the things she teaches effectively, and they are like, okay, this video was very useful. I would love to come and check her channel next time to see what else she has to offer. So that's visual inversion in a nutshell. Basically, you're combining visuals, like you're editing B-roll, your narrative power, which is your narrative storytelling, and your written storytelling, visual storytelling, narrative storytelling, written storytelling. That's your script, your narration by yourself, and your visuals, which is editing and every other thing included. Everything put together will give you the visual inversion, which is a very powerful storytelling technique. I don't think I've seen anybody make a video that talks about this before. So that's one thing to pay attention to. Instead of delivering a point straight to the viewer, try going opposite the point first. Even if your goal was delivering a particular point, start with delivering the opposite point. If this is what it actually looks like at first when you're starting, but no, do not be deceived. This is what you should do instead. Create a mistake on purpose, then fix it so that the content of your video, the content of your channel can be more useful and better perceived by the viewer. That's all on this video. I hope to see you in the next.